scatter. In Game 1 of the Division Series, Shohei Ohtani made his pitching debut in the postseason, a historic moment quickly marred by 3 runs in the second inning, a sequence compounded by a defensive miscue from Teoscar Hernandez.
Yet, the two-way superstar refused to wilt. He stabilized, inducing 23 swings and misses, completing 6 innings with 9 strikeouts, and earning the victory despite the 3 runs allowed.
Hernandez redeemed himself dramatically in the 7th with a go-ahead 3-run homer.
Shohei. This game became the first postseason contest in history where 2 Japanese pitchers earned a win and a save as Shota Imanaga closed out the 9th.
Ohtani's next start cemented his place in baseball lore.
Shohei. In Game 4 of the National League Championship Series, he delivered 6 shutout innings, striking out 10, and simultaneously dominated the plate, going 3 for 3 with 3 home runs, 3 RBIs, and a walk.
He became the first pitcher in postseason history to hit 2 or more home runs in a single game.
The true test of his physical limits arrived in Game 3 of the World Series, an epic lasting 6 hours and 39 minutes.
Shohei. In a marathon 18-inning affair, Ohtani made history again by reaching base 9 times in 9 plate appearances, recording 4 extra base hits and drawing 5 walks, 4 of which were intentional.
Following a solo home run, a double, and another home run, the opposing team issued 4 consecutive intentional walks, followed by a 5th straight walk that was essentially an intentional pass.
His 9-for-9 performance was a postseason first, and only the 2nd time overall in MLB history, dating back to Max Carey's 6-hit, 3-walk game in 1922.
The 4 extra base hits, combined with 5 walks, was an MLB first, period.
The Dodgers clinched a thrilling victory in the bottom of the 18th via a walk-off homer from Freddie Freeman, but the relentless workload took its toll on Ohtani. The game ended at 11:51 p.m., and Ohtani, scheduled to pitch the following day, did not get to bed until 2 a.m., after receiving necessary intravenous treatments.
When he took the mound at 5 p.m. the next day, his fatigue was palpable. He surrendered a 2-run homer to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the 3rd, but managed to gut out 6 innings, allowing 2 earned runs.
Manager Dave Roberts checked on him, và Ohtani, tô ở 90 pitches, showed 3 fingers, insisting he could go 3 more innings. He quickly gave up back-to-back hits in the 7th và bị removed.
The Dodgers ultimately lost the lead. Starting Game 7 of the World Series, Ohtani looked visibly spent. Though initially planning for a short outing, Roberts received word that Tyler Glasnow was experiencing discomfort, forcing Ohtani to pitch deep.
Shohei. He narrowly escaped a jam in the 2nd, but conceded a crucial 3-run homer to Juan Soto in the 3rd, ending his night. In a recent documentary, Ohtani described giving up that homer as kuyashi.
This Japanese term, often poorly translated as frustrated or regretful, truly signifies a deep personal anguish over one's own failure, a powerful catalyst for future improvement.
Ohtani was running on fumes following the 18-inning heroics, and ultimately his physical tank ran dry.
That kuyashi fuels Ohtani's next mission. As Dylan Hernandez wrote in a recent headline, Ohtani's single-minded obsession is pushing the MLB superstar beyond limits.
Shohei. His eyes are now fixed on a singular prize, the Cy Young Award. While Darvish was a 2-time runner-up and Maeda finished 2nd once, the award has remained elusive for Japanese pitchers.
Ohtani's best finish was 4th in 2022. However,
Manager Roberts boldly predicted that Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto would both be Cy Young contenders throughout the 2026 season.
The Cedar pursuit is daunting, arguably nearing the impossible, largely due to the presence of one other pitcher Roberts mentioned in the top three, Paul Skenes.
Skenes won Rookie of the Year in 2024 and secured the unanimous Cy Young Award in 2025.
Shohei Adjusted ERA Plus của hạng 217 last year ranks among the elite modern seasons, trailing only Pedro Martinez in 2000 và comparable to Zach Greinke and Jacob deGrom.
The second obstacle is durability. Can Ohtani, who participated in the WBC, completed the entire 2026 season and pitched deep into the World Series, survive the grueling physical demands of the Cy Young race while remaining a two-way player?
Despite the overwhelming physical challenges, Ohtani's pitching ability undeniably took a massive leap forward in the previous season.
Shohei, tốc độ bình thường. Hướng dẫn, đọc văn bản dưới đây với âm điệu đồng nhất, nghiêm túc, không thay đổi phong cách so với các phân cảnh khác trong video. Văn bản: Excluding the disastrous 2020 campaign, Ohtani's career rate stood at 3.1 walks and 11.3 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Scatter. Last year, he maintained the elite strikeout rate while slushing his walks down to an incredible 1.7 per 9 innings. Most encouraging was the redesign of his four-seam fastball and improved command.
After his first Tommy John surgery, Ohtani adjusted his mechanics to reduce stress by leading with his wrist. Now, with the Dodgers, his takeback involves a more extended arm and a more direct path to the release point.
The key change lies in his velocity and arm angle. Ohtani averaged 98.3 miles per hour on his four-seamer, a career high, partly due to the gradual buildup of innings that allowed him to pitch harder each outing.
However, this velocity increase coincided with a deliberate change in arm slot. His arm angle, which was nearly 45 degrees in 2021, gradually lowered and was at its lowest point last year.
Lowering the arm slot can diminish the effectiveness of a four-seamer, but Ohtani adjusted. Shohei. Why the rotation rate of a fastball is typically innate, lowering the arm slot changes the angle at which the fingers catch the seams.
Ohtani's spin rate increased dramatically last year, correlating with his higher velocity. The Dodgers helped him find a delivery that was both safer and more powerful. This mechanical change completely redesigned his four-seam fastball. The lower arm angle reduced the vertical movement of his four-seamer from 15.4 inches to 14.5 inches.
Instead, Ohtani and the Dodgers maximized the horizontal movement, increasing the arm side run from 3.8 inches to 5.3 inches.
Shohei. Fastball is no longer a rising pitch, but a heavy lateral weapon, remarkably similar to the design employed by Paul Skenes, who throws at an extremely low 23-degree angle, maximizing horizontal break.
With the new fastball design, his secondary arsenal needed adjustment.
He reduced the usage of the stressful splitter and cut back on the sweeper and cutter, opting instead to increase the usage of the traditional slider and curveball.
The dramatic horizontal movement of the arm side run fastball pairs well with the sweeper, but the risk of breaking tunnel made him bring back the traditional slider, which he had largely sealed off.
Shohei. By throwing a slider with more depth than the sweeper, the power of his curveball, which drops even deeper, was enhanced, achieving an astounding 55% whiff rate last year.
Shohei. Pitcher Ohtani threw the fastest he ever has, not just because of a measured inning progression, but because he found a new, stronger, and safer delivery.
The resulting pitch design shift
maximizing the arm-side run four-seamer while perfecting the curveball has fundamentally changed him. Can Ohtani complete the last great mission of his career and win the Cy Young Award?
The ultimate challenge remains consistency and conquering physical endurance.